What's going on, champs and champettes? It's FireMonkey here, and in today's YouTube video, I want to give you guys an update on what's going on with Fortnite returning to the iOS App Store for people in the United States. Now, for people who are unaware, previously Fortnite has actually returned on Apple, but it was only, I think, in the EU or the UK, one of those two places. But now Epic Games has officially confirmed that they're going to be bringing back Fortnite on the United States App Store, and it will have the feature that got it actually removed in the first place, which is being able to choose between either buying stuff using the Epic Games Store or by using the in-game App Store. And that is actually an option that they're going to be adding back. Apparently there's been some stuff going down that makes this something that they're able to actually do, and it makes it perfectly fine for it to return in that capacity. But you might be wondering, okay, if all this is going on, what do we need to know about when it might be releasing or any of that extra information? And based on the currently available info, here's what I can tell you guys. So first off, Epic Games was planning for Fortnite to actually return to iOS in the United States this week. It was something that, they were practicing on, they were making sure that they were having all this stuff fully prepared and set up. They were even updating the internal staging servers and everything else to have Fortnite properly updated, but it wasn't ever anything that they actually had, fully finished in a way, I would say. And by that, what I mean is, yes, the update already existed. Yes, if you're someone who has an iOS device and maybe you already had Fortnite installed over in the UK or whatever the other a lot of places were, you might have gotten a small update that actually allowed you to keep updating your stuff and keeping it with a little bit of the newer hotfixes or whatever, but that small update you actually got was in preparation for it to return to the United States. Now, the current scenario of what we got going down and the current roadmap of when you should be expecting it is anywhere between the end of this week to early next week, assuming there's no extra issues that actually end up occurring. To kind of give you some more information on what I'm talking about here, with Epic Games kind of preparing to bring the app back on the App Store and everything else, they still have to get it approved by Apple. And as we've known before, when it comes to situations like this, sometimes Apple will have these small little micro adjustments they make Epic Games make over and over. It's like, oh no, you need to have this number over here, or this feature needs to be removed or modified because, it's not fine for the United States App Store. So even though technically, yes, Fortnite is returning, they still are under some of Apple's will where they have to actually have Apple approve these changes coming to the game. And because of that, there's two ways this could actually go down. One is it just kind of returns to, the App Store this week, or the end of this week, the start of next week or something, and there's no issues at all. Or two, even though Epic Games can technically bring Fortnite back, they'll continue to nitpick every small little thing about the app so that Epic Games has to keep pushing back when they actually release it and return it to the App Store for a certain amount of time, just kind of hold off before Epic Games can fully get approved to have everything set up. Now, I know this one might sound like a little bit of a conspiracy theory, oh, Apple wouldn't be that petty, but I kind of think that that is a situation we could eventually end up seeing, because when they were originally bringing back Fortnite on the iOS and the other regions, they had a similar experience. Now, luckily, because of that similar experience, they've kind of already gone through some of those, stages of, oh, you need to modify this, move this over here, do this or that, or whatever else, but at least in this case, it still could be applied because of the fact that it's oh, technically this isn't the UK App Store or whatever else, and technically this is the United States one, which has different rules or something along those lines. But it should be returning at least very, very soon. It should be something you should be keeping your eyes out for if you're someone who's been wanting to play Fortnite on the iOS once again, and you live in the United States. It's not a whole entire doomed thing where it's oh, even though it can come back, it's not going to return. It is going to return. It's just currently uncertain when it's actually going to happen, because at least as of right now, in the current state that everything is in, Epic Games currently has the app under review by Apple to have it officially released on the App Store once again. And also to kind of hype up, being able to use the Epic Games Store in order to purchase stuff over the App Store, they're making a new change where any V-Bucks or DLC packs or whatever else you purchase in Rocket League, Fortnite, Fall Guys, or any other Epic Games original games, you'll be able to get 20% cash back. Meaning, let's say you buy the $80 or $90 V-Buck bundle, you'll get around $7 to $8 back from that purchase, giving you a nice little discount that you'll be able to apply to the next set of V-Bucks or whatever else you actually purchase. Now, I don't believe that discount actually applies to stuff like the Fortnite crew, but it is still interesting to see that they're kind of trying to push you even more to go ahead and use the Epic Games Store over Apple by enticing you with things oh, if you buy on the Epic Games Store, you can get a bigger discount on the next set of V-Bucks you buy. But with that said, I hope you champs and champions enjoyed this video. Hopefully it gave you a little bit of an update on what's going on with the whole Apple v Epic situation, when Fortnite's supposed to be returning to iOS and all that type of stuff. Currently, unfortunately, as of right now, the only thing we can tell you is soon. It should have been like yesterday based on the information we had, but as of right now, we're currently just waiting for Epic Games to have Apple's approval to fully release it on the App Store, and who knows if that's going to be a battle or not. Until next time, however, like the video if you liked it, dislike it if you didn't like it, and I'll catch you champs and champettes tomorrow with another upload. So until then, peace out.